Embattled Dolton Mayor Tiffany Henyard. The law firm representing Henyard and the village of Dolton in a slew of lawsuits is asking to withdraw from those cases. The Delgado Law Group says it's not being paid, so it'll stop appearing in federal and state court and defending Dolton.
In recent news, a controversial situation has arisen involving Tiffany Henyard, a notable political figure who recently announced her intention to seek a second term in office. This announcement has triggered a strong reaction from local prosecutors, who have even threatened legal action. The unfolding scenario carries significant implications, not only for Henyard's political ambitions, but also for broader discussions on legal boundaries, public accountability, and the often complicated intersection of law and politics. As a prominent public servant, Henyard has built a reputation on her commitment to community issues, advocating policies aimed at enhancing the quality of life for her constituents. Since assuming office, she has addressed challenges spanning economic development to social justice initiatives, earning both praise and criticism, reflecting the polarized nature of modern politics. By announcing her bid for re-election, Henyard aims to build on her achievements while tackling ongoing concerns within her community, focusing her campaign on themes of transparency, public engagement, and attentiveness to her constituents' needs. However, this announcement was met with an unexpected backlash, particularly from local prosecutors who expressed concerns about her conduct in office, leading to threats of legal action. Although specific details surrounding the allegations remain undisclosed, the accusations are considered serious enough to prompt a formal response from the prosecutor's office. Prosecutors have warned that, should Henyard proceed with her campaign without addressing these allegations, they will pursue a lawsuit that targets both her and her campaign activities. This development has sparked debate among political analysts and legal experts, with many speculating on whether the prosecutor's actions stem from political motivations, or if they are founded on legitimate concerns about legal and ethical breaches. This case epitomizes the complexities that emerge when public officials face legal scrutiny while attempting to fulfill their official duties. The potential lawsuit hinges on several key issues, including whether Henyard's actions in office have breached any legal boundaries, and, if so, what consequences these transgressions might bear for her candidacy. Legal analysts suggest that, should the allegations be substantiated, they could endanger her campaign and result in notable legal consequences. Additionally, ethical considerations are at stake. Public officials are expected to adhere to high standards of conduct, and even a perception of misconduct can severely undermine their credibility and the public's trust. The prosecutor's office, as a legal authority, has a responsibility to ensure that elected officials meet these standards, and their threats could be interpreted as an effort to uphold these ethical boundaries. Public reaction to the situation has been mixed, with some viewing the legal action as a necessary step toward accountability, while others see it as potentially politically charged, raising questions about the role of legal authorities in political disputes. The implications of this case extend beyond Henyard's campaign, highlighting the tensions between political aspirations, public accountability, and the law's role in ensuring ethical governance among elected officials. As this case unfolds, it may serve as a critical example of the challenges that arise when political figures are held to both legal and ethical standards amidst the scrutiny of public opinion and the authority of the law. The current political landscape surrounding Tiffany Henyard is marked by considerable tension, as her recent re-election bid has sparked intense debate and brought ongoing investigations into the spotlight. A prominent public figure, Henyard has announced her intention to run for a second term in office, a move that has incited both support and backlash, particularly from local prosecutors. These prosecutors have gone as far as to threaten legal action against her, a development that supporters of Henyard argue is a calculated attempt to undermine her candidacy and distract from her campaign message. They believe this is an example of political maneuvering meant to inhibit her ability to serve her constituents effectively. On the other hand, critics argue that any allegations of misconduct should be taken seriously, regardless of the political implications, asserting that public officials must be held accountable for their actions to maintain the integrity of public office. This divide between supporters and critics has intensified media coverage, with both local and national outlets reporting on the situation and highlighting its potential impact on Henyard's candidacy and the role of the prosecutor's office. Journalists and political analysts are following the developments closely, offering commentary on the broader implications of this clash between legal authorities and elected officials. As Henyard navigates this tumultuous landscape, several potential ramifications could arise from the prosecutor's threats. If the allegations against Henyard are substantiated, she may face significant challenges in her re-election campaign. Voter perceptions can shift dramatically in response to legal troubles, and Henyard may struggle to regain the trust of her constituents if the legal proceedings confirm any ethical or legal misconduct. Additionally, if legal action is taken, it could distract from her campaign efforts by consuming valuable time and resources, potentially limiting her ability to engage with voters and promote her policy agenda. The situation also has the potential to set a precedent for how future allegations against public officials are addressed. If the prosecutor's office successfully pursues legal action, it could embolden other legal authorities to take similar steps against elected officials, creating a more contentious political climate in which public officials face increased scrutiny and pressure. This incident, however, is not an isolated event. It reflects a larger trend in which the legal and political spheres are becoming increasingly intertwined. In recent years, a growing number of public officials have faced legal challenges, ranging from ethical violations to criminal charges, which raises important questions about accountability, the role of prosecutors in political matters, and the overall health of democratic institutions. The involvement of prosecutors in political campaigns has a tendency to blur the lines between law and politics. While holding public officials accountable is essential, the methods used to achieve this accountability must be carefully considered. If legal action becomes a tool for political retribution, it could ultimately undermine public confidence in both the legal system and elected officials. The case of Tiffany Henyard and the threats of legal action from the prosecutor's office exemplifies the complex interplay between law and politics. As Henyard continues to navigate this challenging terrain, the implications extend beyond her own candidacy. They touch on broader themes of accountability, public trust, and the integrity of democratic processes. As the story unfolds, it will be crucial to observe not only the developments in Henyard's campaign, but also the responses from the prosecutor's office and the public at large. Ultimately, this incident serves as a reminder of the challenges faced by public officials in an increasingly polarized and scrutinized political landscape. Henyard officially launched her re-election bid with a recent announcement on her Facebook page, amidst an ongoing investigation concerning her handling of various issues in Dolton, a village facing significant financial difficulties under her leadership. In her announcement, Henyard expressed her commitment to bringing change to Dolton, emphasizing what she perceives as efforts to mislead the public about the election process. Specifically, she noted that the filing dates for running for office were recently altered, which she believes has created confusion among potential candidates. She pointedly commented, "For those who don't know, they changed the filing dates for office. No one knows. These are the games they play to keep people misinformed, so again, the time is now to run for office." Henyard's announcement comes at a pivotal moment, as Dolton's financial challenges have led to increased scrutiny and a formal investigation into her administration's practices. This investigation, initiated by former officials, has raised questions about financial management and transparency within the village's leadership. In a recent appeal for support, Henyard emphasized her resolve to lead the community through these challenges, referencing a biblical passage from the Epistle to the Romans, encouraging her followers by saying, "If God is for us, then who can be against us? Stay focused. God is working in your favor." This statement reflects her effort to galvanize support among her constituents, particularly in light of the obstacles she currently faces. However, as Henyard campaigns for re-election, the juxtaposition of her message of change against the backdrop of the ongoing investigation creates a complex narrative. While she seeks to rally support and articulate her vision for Dolton's future, the investigation looms as a significant hurdle. Many constituents may find themselves weighing their options carefully, considering both her leadership style and the implications of the investigation on her ability to govern effectively. This situation underscores the intersection of local politics and community trust. As Dolton residents reflect on the financial struggles the village has encountered, they must also assess Henyard's responses to these challenges and the transparency of her administration. The upcoming election will not only serve as a referendum on her past performance, but also as a critical moment for voters to voice their expectations for Dolton's future leadership. In summary, Tiffany Henyard's re-election campaign is set against a backdrop of controversy, as an investigation and community concerns create an uncertain political climate. Her call for change and appeal to divine support aims to unify her base, even as questions regarding her administration's financial management remain at the forefront. As the election draws nearer, Dolton's residents will ultimately decide whether to support her vision for the village or seek a new direction. This decision reflects the broader implications of holding public officials accountable, the impact of legal actions on political campaigns, and the importance of transparency in public office. In summary, Tiffany Henyard, a prominent figure in Dolton's politics, recently announced her intention to run for a second term in office. But this announcement was quickly met with resistance from local prosecutors, who have threatened legal action against her. Supporters argue this is political targeting, while critics insist that any allegations of misconduct deserve serious consideration. We've covered the key points today, from the details of the prosecutor's legal threats to the broader impact this could have on Henyard's campaign and public image. We looked at how her supporters see this as an attempt to undermine her leadership and her push for transparency. On the other hand, her critics feel that it's essential for public officials to be held accountable, suggesting that the prosecutor's concerns are necessary to maintain trust in local governance. This situation is a reminder of the fine line between legal accountability and political maneuvering, and it's sparking heated discussions on both sides. As this story continues to unfold, Henyard's re-election could become a pivotal moment for Dolton, shaping not only her political career, but also setting a precedent for how legal challenges intersect with political campaigns. Be sure to stay connected to our channel for the latest on this story and other news in the political and celebrity world. If you found this video informative, please hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for daily updates. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.